All right, now that we're here in Creality Slicer, we're gonna be using the CR-10 Smart here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that main piece in there. All right, now that we brought this in, I'm gonna find the best angle to slice this at, where it uses the least amount of supports and is strong. All right, funny enough, this is the best angle. It prints at 8 hours and 12 minutes, which is pretty quick if you ask me. And we're using really simple settings here. We're gonna be using a skirt, got 5% support density, and the rest of it is just your same settings as usual. So I'm gonna save that to file. All right, now that that's saved out, I'm gonna do the same thing for the rest of them, and I'll see you at the Creality CR-10 Smart.
All right, guys, we got the print finished here on the Creality CR-10 Smart. It's the moment of truth. Let's get this thing off the build plate. All right, that's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the supports from the inside, and I'll meet you back here with the screen so we can test fit it. All right, guys, moment of truth. So we got the screen here, and we have the case that I created for it, and it fits perfectly. Only issue that I found was that the charging port was on the side of the antenna. So there's a hole here for no reason, but that's okay. We'll continue with this, and if I want to, I'll make a second iteration later with the charging port sticking out of the hole there. Other than that, it fits really nicely. And we're waiting, and we're gonna start printing out the rest of the pieces now. All right, so we got everything I need here to build this case for the screen. We got some very fast super glue here, a couple of screws, the back flaps, the two holders, as well as those pins that are gonna go in here. So, I'm just gonna get to assembling this. All right, the pin went through pretty good. Now, before I set it all the way in, I'm gonna get some super glue in there. All right, we got one flap in there. Now we're gonna put in the other flap. All right, before I stick it through the other hole, again, I'm gonna put some glue. And I'm just gonna stick it right through. Okay, we got our flaps. There's one thing I overlooked, and this is what I was talking about with the prototype phase. This can't open if it's completely underneath, so I'm gonna have to just place it in like this, and then we'll see if it closes upon itself. All right, so that doesn't close because it is too long, so I'm gonna have to make another iteration, and like we said in the beginning, no matter how hard you try, there's always gonna be some sort of iteration you're gonna have to make, but the concept seems to work as long as I shorten this a little bit. So it's gonna have to just stick out for the time being, and we're just gonna go ahead and finish this. And all right, guys, as you can see, the concept is working. So that will stand up, as well as the other side. That will stand up. So the concept itself is working. So we're just gonna go ahead and continue here. And I do have to shorten this and bring this hole onto the other side. So that'll be another iteration that I'll do. So we have those two flaps, and that's pretty much all we have left. I need to drill some holes to get the screws started, and I got these tiny little screws here that we're gonna be using. All right, we got the holes started, so that should be easy to screw in there. All right, just to make sure I got a good grip on it, I'm gonna use my pliers here. And likewise, I'm gonna drill some holes here, both there and there, so that they can easily fit right in. All right, I'm gonna get the screw started on these little holders here. Okay, those are started, and I'm gonna go ahead and place them on the pre-drilled area, so we can turn them as needed and tighten them, so it can fit right in. And you can just hold that in place like that. There you have it. And so we're just gonna stick the device in and go ahead and turn these. And they self-tighten as you turn. And there you have it. You have a self-standing, on both sides, screen holder. And as you need it, you can turn these and take it out. As a matter of fact, you could even place it down like that. So there you have it, guys. There are a couple of fixes I need to do, which is moving this hole here onto the other side so you can charge it. And I need to make this a little shorter so that it can close in on itself, and likewise this on top. Other than that, this is ready to go. All right, what's up, guys? So we went ahead and we did a second iteration of this. I made sure I put the hole for the power on the correct side this time, and I made holes here for the screws, as well as I put the holes on the back piece here so it screws in a lot easier and doesn't break or anything like that. And you easily can just turn these knobs and take it out whenever you want to for whatever reason. But you wouldn't really need to, because I created the power hole here. And this thing has a microphone, and it's gonna be kind of hard to see on here, but right there is how you can communicate from the camera to the screen device. And I left room for that as well. Used to have a little dot there, and it holds it in place very securely. This fits. I actually made a clip so you can unclip it and clip it back in, and it won't come out, but you can just unclip it, bring this down, and stand it up. And then let's say the baby is facing the opposite way, you can do the same thing, flip it the other way and stand it up that way.
And that works. All right, guys. Well, this wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed the process of making this case. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe. Click that notification bell to get notified when I release new videos. And click that like button if you like this video. Until next time, guys, peace, love, and joy.